Welcome back to the forum. Again, we are offering you sound business advice that resonates. I have two great guests with me today, Linda Cohan, who is an executive and personal coach, and Darcy Cook from Safety Trainers. Welcome.
Thank you.
I wanted to have a discussion today, and our discussion is how important is exercise as part of your lifestyle? Now, Linda, I know that you have exercise as part of your lifestyle, and we've talked about balance before. Mm-hmm. And I personally believe that exercise is one of those things that we should work into our lifestyle for sure. What is it that you do?
I kickbox.
You kickbox?
Yes, I do. I do, and I love it. It's a great stress reliever.
Do you find that that's the thing why you use exercise, that it's for stress, or like what does it do for you? How
well,
would you?
For one thing, I can eat more,
Ah.
which is very important to me. But no, it's a great way for me to relieve stress. It gives me a chance to sort of, well, I know it sounds silly, but slow down and think. Because even though I'm moving a lot, I'm in a place where I can just sort of think about other things and let my mind go free, and it doesn't have to be work related. So it's a great help for that, and it just gives me a time out from the day.
Very meditative.
Yeah, it's my way of meditating.
Right.
Absolutely, because it's hard to really be thinking about business when you're kicking a bag or punching a bag.
Right, right, for sure. You guys know I'm a runner, and I have found many times that when I go and I run, I can actually work out problems as I go. And I mean, I've designed up programs complete, so I can come back and literally write the whole thing out. And that's always amazed me. And somebody said, you know what it is? It's the meditative aspect of your exercise. If you think about running, you're going for a longer distance, and it's constantly just staying on a breathing, and your brain gets in that mode. And that's kind of like what you're saying.
Right, and I think some people think that in order to meditate you have to be sitting quietly and still, but that's not the case.
Right.
I think if you're doing something that you love and that you're wrapped by, which is exercise, you're going to get the same results.
Now, I have to be honest right now, because I have sort of fallen off the wagon a little bit lately, and weather controls a lot when it comes to running, because when the conditions are terrible, I don't go out and run because I'm worried about either one, getting run over by cars, or two, falling and getting hurt. So I'll admit my weakness right now. And Darcy, we're going to throw her under the bus right now. Darcy, do you agree with us that you think that exercise should be part of your balanced lifestyle?
It absolutely is. And for me, I had to make it part of my day. One of the things is I'm a golfer, as you know, and I use golf for work, but I actually had to create it as a part of my recreation. So it's the one time that I actually surround myself with individuals who I don't do business with. I shut my phone off, and for those 9 to 18 holes, there's no business. And it gives me an opportunity to really stop. You know, typically it's at the end of the day, so dusk on the 8th hole at Cyprian Keys is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite moments at the end of the day. And I really learned to just, value that time. And I am a better mother, and I'm a better wife, and I'm a better leader when I get back to the office the next day, having gone out and played some golf. And people tell me that all the time. So.
And I think that Darcy brings up a good point in that she schedules it into her day. I mean,
right.
I think that exercise, like a job, like an appointment with a client, needs to be scheduled into your day, or you won't do it.
That's a good point, because for me, I find that if I choose to go running at first thing in the morning, that's like the thing that I do, it's a guarantee, and it happens, and it's done, versus when I try to get it done, if I'm lucky, for me, because I work for myself, I can choose to do things when I want to. So I might choose to do it at lunchtime or around lunchtime, and that's great. But if I let it slide, if it doesn't happen, if I'm going to say, oh, I'll do it at 5 o'clock, it never happens. Never happens. So when do you schedule your time?
I'm a morning exercise person.
You are?
And I have to do it first thing in the morning. And that's an interesting thing as well, because a lot of times people will say, oh, I have to go to the gym. I have clients that will say, I want to work out, I have to go to the gym, I have to go to the gym. But they hate going to the gym, so they never go. So I think that people need to find something that they like to do and they're comfortable with, And you don't have to go to the gym to take a walk. And if you like to take a walk, you can do that and incorporate that into your schedule. You know, walk your dog or go on a stationary bike.
Right.
But find something that you love to do, because otherwise you won't do it.
Not that, well, I guess mowing the lawn, if you got the push mower, I hate mowing the lawn. Can't stand it. That's just, it's like an irritation. I feel like I'm wasting my time when I have to mow my lawn. Some people like it, right? But me, that's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I found I had to do is I would listen to an audio book or something like that. So I felt like I was learning, and then I wasn't wasting my time. I know I was getting some exercise because you're out there and you're pushing. I was pushing the mower, so it wasn't like I was riding on the tractor. But yeah, you're right. You got to find something or trick yourself to liking what you're doing.
And it's also something that you have to. It's like getting reinforced. You can't start it one day and then go back 3 weeks later.
Right.
You really have to make yourself, I think they say it takes 21 days
to learn
a habit.
A habit, yes.
So that it becomes part of who you are and it's incorporated into your lifestyle.
Right. Now, Darcy, when you go out, are you, do you have a, hey, I like to go out in the morning, or is this an afternoon thing, or?
I usually end the afternoon. I'm a very early morning riser, but I'm most productive in the morning. And so I find that I struggle a little bit in the afternoon to stay focused, and it's also where I get a little bit more edgy, and you know, so it's a really good time for me to just pick up and head out in the afternoons, and then I can come back home, you know, having stepped away from work and not bring work home into my life too, because I have 2 small children. So I've made a commitment that when I walk through the door, the earth and at the door now. So it's a nice transition during the spring and summer and into the fall, as many months as I can get out of it for golfing.
Right, right. And as you guys know, I'm a big water skier, and we stretch our season. So you know,
your Christmas video is great.
Every Christmas video is great. Yes, we skied in December. So
my.
all right, I'll put the link on the site so that it'll be there for people to see. Now, the other thing though that I think is key in our discussion that we're having right now is we're talking about that it has to be part of your lifestyle, and I see all the time where people are saying, I'm going to diet. And they attach, I hate that people attach that word. And the same thing happens at exercise. January 1 comes and everybody's got that New Year's resolution. As my 5-year-old says, though, it's a New Year's revolution. Which I think you're right. I think it needs to be scheduled into your life. It needs to become part of your life. It really needs to be your lifestyle if you're going to really commit to doing that. Would you agree?
Definitely. I think we set some goals, personal and professional, but one of the things we actually did is before I even put in my meetings appointments into my book this year, the first thing I did is I put my vacation time, I took my quiet one-on-one just for me time, and then I put in actual scheduled golf time, exercise time, and I worked back, and then I added actually the work stuff last, which is a new for me, but putting it in, it's in my calendar. It's a priority now.
And paying attention, I find if you have a method for you to be paying attention, and that's why I can tell you right now that I absolutely know I have not been exercising, because I have a method and I can see you haven't been doing it. And I do know it's an important part of what I need to do, and we start to feel bad when the belt gets a little tighter, or you're out buying new clothes, and so that does help us in our business and professional life. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on to Reverb. I appreciate your insights, and look forward to having you as guests again.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for watching Reverb.